All right. All right. Here's our project review meeting. We're looking at implementing a help desk solution at our company. This is Paul, Robert, and Chris. We are Group C, so just some quick project context. We're looking at implementing a new help desk solution, and the objective of this this assignment for this week is to simulate a project review meeting. So real quickly, the company that we're simulating is going to be Professional Systems, and they develop software for managing logistics for small to medium businesses. Currently, we're in need of a help desk solution to assist customers. There's countless unorganized issues out there. They're being identified through email, and there's no real automated way to get that into our tracking system. So we have support people manually entering issues into the tracking system, and with all of this, it's just causing really poor response times, and it's leading to just dramatically decreased customer satisfaction. Real quick at the objectives of our project, we wanted to increase customer satisfaction, increase our support agents' efficiency. We want to decrease the support costs by automating a lot of things. And we want to reduce time to close tickets so we can really make our customers happier and be more efficient as a company. Real quick, the scope. We needed something to have a common ticketing platform. We need to be able to differentiate between priority levels. It needed admin accounts so that our support team can handle issues as they come in. We need to know who's reporting it, and then we need to know who's being assigned changes. And our assumptions are that it's going to work with our employees, it's going to work with our customers, it's going to work on the OS platforms and the browsers, supported browsers. All right, so quickly our agenda. We're going to get into project review meeting now, so we're going to flip our mindset just a little bit. So here's our agenda for our project review meeting. First, we're going to go through an introduction of the product, hitting the project status, the progress that we've made since last time, our issues, concerns, and changes that are affecting the product right now. Just a quick risk updates because we have some major things that are planning for the project. The budget and cost that we have currently for the project, any upcoming milestones and deliverables, and then action items that we're looking for to take from this meeting, and then end it all off with a quick QA session, which is still difficult because we don't have any people again. So just a quick project review summary. The project status is about 70%, and currently we are flagged as red. We are project at risk. The risks are server load balancing issues. We have resources going on vacation and requesting vacations, which is going to dramatically decrease the resources available to complete some tasks. And then we have pilot study resource assignment that we need to handle. The action that we're looking from here is stakeholders to make decision what direction we need to go for handling these risks. So like I said before, we're around 70%. We've made some decent progress since our last meeting. The software has been fully integrated. Staff training is currently in progress. The quality testing is around 80%, and stress testing is actually blocked right now for one of the issues, which is the server load balancing issue number 001. So some new issues since last time we met. The server load balancing one, it's by far our high severity issue. Currently, the server is only handling 50 requests at a time, and this is not satisfactory to our requirements. We were previously requesting around average around 100 a day, so we definitely need to handle this. We have some medium severity issues. We need to just switch our staging server over so we can get into a new testing environment. And we also need to define categories for features inside the system. It should be a relatively simple task, but something needs to be done. So we have some existing issues that we've closed out, so we've made some good progress on that. We've added support for our admins. We are dropping support for IE6. There's not many people using it, and it doesn't seem feasible to us. A very small percentage of people, I think it's like 0.5%. But only 1 or 2 people are using IE6, and we're reaching out to them to explain to them. We're adding some default messaging for quick responses, and that was as per our requirements. So we got those things fixed, and we're good to go. So real quick, I'm gonna pass it over to Robert, who's gonna handle our risk updates.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. These are some updates on some risks that we're having right now. As Chris mentioned earlier, we had some server load balancing issues. They'd be under duress, especially during high traffic times. which just isn't acceptable. 50 requests per day is not where you need to have, especially for a corporation that we're serving as large as this. They're going to have at least 100, so they need to have better responsive time. That a lot of that has to do with old deprecated hardware that just hasn't been invested in. The infrastructure needs to be upgraded, and so does some of our software solutions as well. So, of course, over time, we will be able to rectify this issue. They also touched on some resource issues with people taking vacation time that was not requested until very recently, which is kind of suspect and can cause some issues because it brings down productivity. It takes away people from development and integration, and even people helping to build the training exercises involved with it. We're also having people take some excessive time off, especially on high-profile days such as Friday and Monday, which, life happens. You can't control it. You can't control the world, and you can't control a car accident. You can't control you getting sick or your son or daughter getting sick. But when you're calling out every single Friday, it's not very appropriate. We had to sit down and talk to everybody about that. Training deployment is also very important. We've been discussing about which are the best ways to properly train the employees. We want to try to come to a solution that would suit everybody the best. And some people are more hands-on, and we're going to try and work with that. Some people are fine reading something on their own or watching a video and being okay, and we're going to try and serve them as well. And that way we can get everything properly implemented and have everybody up and running by the time this launches. So that way they're not calling the help desk and taking away resources from that. It's something that they need to be handling. People can just go to work and say, oh, I need to submit a ticket. Here you go. Simple and easy and straightforward. Move on to the next slide. These are some risks that we closed out. And yet I touched on some resource issues, the excessive absences on high-profile days. We got that taken care of. We discussed it with the employees and said, this is a very important time in our project. We're at the last leg of it, in the last 30%. Or the home stretch, we can't, just because we don't feel like coming in, we're working long hours, we're very tired, doesn't mean, we can't push through this. We're very good at what we do, and we need to all stick together and help each other out. In terms of the vacation requests, the ones that were put in a few days ago to be taken the following week, when we're looking to wrap up our project, we talked to them and asked them to kindly reschedule if there was nothing really important going on, so no life-changing event. So that's been taken care of. We invested in a great training space for the employees to learn, take advantage of our new product. That way they can get hands-on help, and they can get people from our own team walking around and helping them out and giving them one-to-one guidance and say, okay, this is how you open a ticket, this is how you view the messages, this is how you close out the ticket, this is how you respond to the technician that's working with you. And that way everybody has a great idea of where to go. We also made an instructional video with a quick reference guide to go along with it that people can access on the website and be able to pull down at their own desk and say, oh, this is easy to follow along. It has great infographics on it. It has great texts that are simple, straightforward, and easy for anybody to understand, whether they're technologically literate or not. And we also upgraded some hardware, but it doesn't completely alleviate the problem. We still have to look at some more things to work for and some more software to tweak, and I think in the end we will be ready for this. And I have one more slide before I pass it off. Some info on human resources. We utilize a lot of communication tools within our team that were faster than text or email. And this kind of helped out and sped up a lot of things and kind of helped us get past certain hurdles, because we're not relying on somebody using their phone, pulling out their pocket. They can have the computer in front of them, using the clients on there and pop it up and communicating each other, setting in files and all that kind of stuff. And that kind of helped with the synergy between the code development and the hardware development arm of the project, and it allowed both sides to talk to each other and kind of work together on where they're at in the expansion, and it kind of pushed everybody forward. And we kind of stress this issue of, or this idea of learning to work for the sense of satisfaction, not the completion. And that, we want everybody to be satisfied that our names are on this project, that we did it the right way, we're not taking the path of least resistance. Thank you for listening, and I'm going to pass this on to Paul.
Paul, are you there?
Hey, sorry guys, you guys are on mute. Hey guys, so I'll be going over the budget and the costs for our help desk solution. We were able to get $100,000, and I know that's a lot of money for a help desk solution, but we knew that this was going to take a lot of man hours. It was going to take a lot of time to get this up, to upgrade what they currently had, which kept, as both Robert and Chris has mentioned, kept failing at only 50 emails when this company is way bigger than 50 emails a day. So far the employees, we spent about $35,000 on our employees alone in the short amount of time that we've been doing this project. As we mentioned, we needed to upgrade the system, so we spent a good $5,000 on getting more memory, more RAM, a quicker processor, just a better Dell R620 server that we know could handle the traffic that goes on every day in this business. So all in total, we spent about $39,430. We still have a good $60,000 left in our budget. So we have plenty of money to spend, and we're planning to use it because, as we mentioned, we still have a few tweaks we need to upgrade on the system. Things are still a little buggy, and we really want everything to be perfect at the end of this. On the next slide, I have the milestones and the deliverables, for the project. So our next milestone is to complete QA testing, complete staff training, and launch our pilot testing. As we've had troubles in our staff training and how we were trying to figure out which ways were best on training, it took a little more time than expected. So staff training did get delayed. However, most of the staff is up to date. Still got a few people left that we need to train. And then after once everyone's trained and we feel that people know how to use the system, then we'll go on and we'll complete our pilot testing. What we want to have done, what we want to deliver next is the server offloading. We want to be able to comfortably say that the server can handle all the traffic, that we completed our pilot testing, and we have our plan on when we want to start training, not just the new workers coming in, but also schedule time on when we're just going to launch the thing. On the next slide, I have the action items that we will present to the stakeholders. For the server balancing issue that we were talking about earlier, I do feel that there are some tweaks that we need, some more upgrades we need to make. I just feel like from the feedback I've gotten from the developers that the system still runs a little slow, so we're going to think about maybe adding some more memory to the server, since we still have a lot of money to spend. As you mentioned, even though the vacation times have slided a little bit, we still have one of our main guys out, and he apparently, decided to take his vacation in the middle of this. So we need to find a temporary principal to engineer that knows the system, that could pick up on it and take off where our last guy left off. And then I'm also going to request that our employees be approved for overtime of up to 4 hours. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and just 8 hours a day just isn't enough. But we're gonna get it done. I'm confident in the team and what we have going, and we will be done on time. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Paul. Oh, no, Robert. So as we discussed, this is our project review meeting. We're looking for key action items and updating our stakeholders on the risks that we've encountered. We're blocked currently. We're at 70% project complete, and we need some action taken. We brought to light our server load balancing issue, and we are going to propose a solution. That's something we're going to build. We would build out. We'd send to them and say, here's our 3 solutions. We'd like you to take action on picking which ones you want. Our resource rotation, we'd handle the issue of whether or not we're going to be not allowing people to take certifications, or we need to hire some temporary help, and then allocating resources for our training efforts. And that would kind of close out our project. And this would be the last section where people could ask questions and bounce stuff off of us. But I feel that's all we can do with this group of people. Thank you for your time. I appreciate all the assistance and all the team effort from Robert and Paul. It was a great project. I'm going to close this out real quick and see where we're at.